You want to know why I don't go near the ocean anymore? Sit down, son. I'll tell you, but don't interrupt. If I stop halfway, I won't be able to start again. I was a fisherman for 43 years. Started when I was 15. Too young, but back then nobody cared. You either worked or you starved. The sea fed me, clothed me, taught me everything I know. And then one night, it showed me something I wish I could forget. This happened in 1979. We were out past Blackwater Bay. That's a spot the locals don't talk about much. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's quiet. Too quiet. Most waters have life. Birds, bugs, waves. Blackwater? Just stillness. Like the ocean is holding its breath. That night was calm. No wind. No moon. Just a sheet of black stretching forever. We weren't even out there to fish. Not really. My captain, Alder, had heard rumors that a new shoal of bluefin had moved into deeper waters. Big ones. The kind that paid your rent for 6 months. So we stayed later than we should have. Much later. Around midnight, Alder told me to kill the engine. He wanted the water still so he could listen for movement. That man had ears like a damn fox. He swore he could hear fish beneath the hull. I cut the engine. Everything went dead quiet. Too quiet. Even the air felt wrong, like it didn't want to move. The boat rocked just a little, gentle enough to make you sleepy. Alder, I said, we should head back. This place ain't right. He ignored me, leaned over the railing, squinted into the black. Then he whispered, "Hear that?" I didn't, but I pretended I did, because I didn't want him thinking I was scared. A few seconds passed, then the water below us shifted, not like a wave, not like a fish breaching, more like something enormous rising just a few feet underneath. The boat tilted, just slightly, but enough to make Alda stumble back. "What the hell was that?" I said. He didn't answer. Instead, he pointed. At first, I didn't see anything, just darkness. Then, I'll never forget it, the surface broke, not with a splash, not with a ripple. It just parted, like two hands pulling curtains open, and something rose up under the water. I didn't see a body, didn't see a face. All I saw were lights. Soft, pale lights, like lanterns swinging under the surface, moving in long, smooth arcs. 12 of them, perfectly spaced, perfectly round, moving in a circle beneath the boat. Slow, deliberate, like whatever was down there was thinking. Alda whispered, "Jesus Christ, it's huge!" I grabbed his jacket. "No fish swims in a perfect circle," I said. He nodded, eyes wide. That's the moment he got scared, really scared. The lights stopped moving. All 12 of them froze in place. Then they slowly drifted upward, closer and closer, until they sat just under the surface, close enough that the water bulged around them. I could feel something. A pressure, like being underwater without being wet. My ears popped. Alder's nose started bleeding. Something below us was pushing out sound, not loud, not noisy, but deep. Low enough you felt it in your bones instead of hearing it. The lights pulsed once, twice. Then they shifted into a shape. Not random, not natural. They formed a ring, perfect circle, bigger than our boat. That was no school of fish, no whale, no creature any fisherman's ever spoken about. Alder whispered, "It's looking at us." And then the circle broke. One by one, each glowing orb rose to the surface, quiet, steady, until they touched open air. And I realized they weren't lights. They were eyes, large pale eyes, soft as milk, wide as dinner plates, blinking without lids. 12 of them, staring straight up at us, unblinking, rising with something so massive the water kept lifting our boat higher and higher. My throat went dry. Alder dropped to his knees. I thought he was praying, but he wasn't. He was whispering something over and over. "Don't move, don't move, don't move." I understood why a second later. Because something huge, bigger than a submarine, bigger than any living thing has any right to be, shifted beneath us, and our boat spun silently on the black water. No waves, no splashes. Just a gentle turn, like a hand rotating a toy. Those 12 eyes followed us, rising higher. One more inch, and they'd break the surface. One more inch, and whatever they belonged to would have come up with them. I don't know what stopped it. Maybe it sensed something. Maybe it lost interest. Or maybe, and this is what keeps me awake at night, maybe it was thinking, judging. After a moment, the eyes drifted downward, slowly, calmly. The water closed over them like they were never there. Alder finally gasped for air. I think he'd been holding his breath the whole time. I started the engine, didn't wait for permission, didn't say a damn word. We drove back without speaking. The whole time, the sea behind us stayed perfectly flat, perfectly dark, perfectly silent. Alder quit fishing 2 days later. Took a job repairing nets on the docks. Stopped going out on the water entirely. Me, I lasted another 20 years before my hands started shaking every time I saw open ocean. The sea, it's older than us, older than anything we've built. And we like to think we understand it, but there are things down there, things that don't swim, don't hunt, don't live the way we think living works. Sometimes, when the tide is low and the night is real quiet, I swear I still feel that pressure in my bones, that low sound, and every so often, just before dawn, I dream of 12 pale eyes rising through black water, looking for me.